get a chance to see Cabeludo, Gaston Manzur, fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, under the tutelage of the Manzur brothers at Garcia BJJ. Now, I'm not the best in Portuguese. I just go online and I try to convert it as best I can. And what I came up with for Cabeludo was hairy.
Yeah, we see Gaston right now, man. This one hits close home to me, man. This guy has been living, helped me get ready for my last fight. He's been living in my house, living with me for the last 2 or 3 months, man. And this guy is a superstar potential.
Wow.
He's absolutely incredible. One of the best jiu-jitsu guys I've ever trained with my entire life. And man, so much respect for this kid. He has an entire country in Chile backing him and his family. You know, his brother comes from a fight family. His younger brother, Diego Manzur, is a 5-0 pro out of Chile. Also a guy that the UFC has their eyes on. So man, this is, you know, Gaston's showcased in the United States. You know, he's been fighting Chile, fighting in Brazil, and you know how tough those fights can be overseas, man. So we finally get to see him in action here in the United States on the biggest card, the biggest fight of his life right now, live on UFC Fight Pass.
Well, you're so right about that, Charles. You know, when you talk about his, you know, prowess in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, every single one of his wins, it looks like, have all been submissions and decisions for the way he wins his fights. So this guy is a grinder, but more than anything, he's just got a huge bag of tricks when it comes to submissions.
Yeah, there's no doubt he's ready. And you can see he's representing American Combat Gym. He has Charles McCarthy in his corner, the gym that I train at, American Combat Gym now. And man, this is like, it's a new gym forming in South Florida, but man, he's making big noise with it. This is gonna be the future, one of the biggest gyms ever. It's gonna be another powerhouse gym in Florida.
Fight at 130 pounds, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man walks in with a record, 2 wins and 6 defeats. He's a wrestler weighing 134.5 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, here is Earnest Walls. Hand across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. This man walks in with a record of 10 wins, 7 defeats. He's an expert in jiu-jitsu, a mixed martial artist who weighed in 130.4 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, by way of Los Andes, Chile. Here is, aquí está, el Cabeludo, Gaston Manzur. And when the action begins, you're ready.
All righty, this fight's scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. That's 135 pounds. Third man in, Alan Abels is giving the final instructions to Earnest Walls, fighting out of the blue corner with the blue trunks.
You see the keys to victory here. Walls is going to want to look for the power shots. He's going to want to look to find the chin of Manzur. Manzur just needs to stay composed and fight his fight, use his footwork, and look for the finish. And, you know, Manzur, one thing to be noted, is a black belt in jiu-jitsu and one of the top guys, guy that I've trained with. This guy is the best jiu-jitsu guy that I've trained with since I can remember. I mean, coming all the way from Chile, representing his entire country, and you see him in the cage tonight with a beautiful leg kick.
That fighter breakdown brought to you by It's a 10. And that was a beautiful outside leg kick, and it almost spun Earnest Walls around. Oh, nice right hand there from Earnest Walls. Walls is dangerous.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, Walls trains at a solid boxing gym. He has a background in wrestling, and, you know, he's coming from Chicago, man. Chicago's a tough city, man. Like, you don't, you know, grow up in the streets of Chicago, going what he came through. He comes to fight, you know, and, you know, regardless of his record, I mean, look at him. He's in shape, and he's in here fighting on one of the biggest stages in the world.
So this is a great way for Gaston Manzur to get back into the winning column.
No doubt. And you see in Gaston's corner, you see Matt Waggy, you see Charles McCarthy. Man, like, you know, Matt Waggy is an incredible wrestler. We got Charles McCarthy, you know, he's my coach and one of those type of guys that, like I said, he just opened that new American Combat Gym, and he's recruiting the top talent in the world all over the place, and he's bringing it here in South Florida.
In South Florida, it's embarrassing how many good schools are here. It's an abundance. It's just, you know, and it shows. You know, we talked about that in our open. Fights scheduled throughout Florida all the way through the end of October. Nice takedown there from Manzur.
So here's where you're going to see Gaston's specialty. It's his guillotine. He has a lot of wins, and he has one of the best guillotines I've ever seen, and he's going to get the W.
Oh, that's tight. Oh, that's tight.
It's his special move.
Oh, the arm looked. Oh, it looked like that arm started flopping there. Oh, good job there by Walls. but that gets in a worse position.
That rear naked choke. This is where Gaston shines. Black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's showing it off.
It's all over. Gaston Manzur moves to 11 and 7. He came over. Oh, the crowd is going nuts for Gaston. You can tell he is absolutely beloved here in South Florida. Gaston Manzur, absolutely beloved. And there, the big hug from my partner, Charles Boston Strong Rosa. Oh, and that's Charles McCarthy right there lifting him up. Charles McCarthy, one of the best footlock specialists, not just in the United States, probably in the whole world. And here's the beginning of the end for Earnest Walls. Good job there by Walls getting out of that first choke, but that actually put him in position for a much worse rear naked choke. And you can see him absolutely having nowhere to go. And there's Manzur saying, give me another fight really fast. And I don't know if that's an improved belt or not. McCarthy just put around his neck. I don't know. Sometimes that happens after a win. We'll have to ask Charles McCarthy if there's an extra red stripe on there or something. So Gaston Manzur moves to 11 and 7 as a pro. Don't forget, we still have that main event coming up. Victor Diaz will be challenging Huascar Cruz for the 125-pound belt. In our co-main event, Damian Addy